Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am your English teacher, Ms. Shagufta Rafiq from MGS Schools with your online classes. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to all of you in this new academic session 2021 to 2022. Hope you all will be very excited about your new class and new session. This is our first day of new session. So let's start the session with the name of Allah. First, I want to share some instructions regarding the session and your copy presentation. So dear students, attend all the classes as per the given schedule. You all must be attentive during the class and listen to and follow all the given instructions. Now, copy presentation. Dear students, you can take screenshots for your instructions. Here you can see on the screen some instructions so you can take the screenshots. So your copy should be covered and fill the biodata box with black permanent marker and also cover with plastic sheets. And also cover your course book and workbook with plastic sheets. On the first page, you will write your name, father's name, class, section, roll number, subject teacher name, and class teacher name. On the second page, you will make a title of May to November. Dear students, take the screenshot. And this is your copy presentation. How will you prepare your copy for start your work? On the first page, you will write your name, father's name, class, section, roll number, and subject name, teacher's name. And on the next page, you will make a title May to November. Session 2021 to 2022. On the third page, you will make an index of units. On the third page, you will make the index of the unit. And on the page number 4, on page number 4, you will make a title page or topic. On page number 4, you will make a title of unit or topic. On the next page, you will make outline of the unit. On the next page, you will make outline of the unit. Dear students, your work should be neat and clean in print handwriting. Okay, your work should be neat and clean in print handwriting. On the next page, page number 6, the work will be start according to given instructions and according to unit on outline. Okay, so let's start today's unit. You all should have your own you all should have your own active English book, class 8 and copy. You all should have your own active English book, class 8 and copy. Focus on listening and be attentive during the class. Before start our lesson, I want to share some objectives with you. At the end of the session, you will be able to read and understand a poem. The objectives, today's units are objectives are at the end of this session, students will be able to read and understand. Inshallah, you will be able to read and understand a poem. You will be able to identify rhyme, repetition, and alliteration in free verse poetry. And you also will be able to identify country or language of origin of loan words, and you will be able to understand and use the imperative. So these are the objectives of today's lesson. So you know what what is the first unit? Yes, this is a poem. This is a poem. So, dear students, unit number 1, open your book, page number 9. Now, open your book on page number 9. This is our poem, unit number 1. Yogurt and cinnamon desserts with rose, geraniums, and peach. This is your book, page number 9. The poem name is Yogurt and Cinnamon Desserts with Rose, Geraniums, and Peach. I want to introduce this poem, Yogurt and Cinnamon Desserts with Rose, Geranium, and Peach. First, I will tell you in this poem, the narrator describes the pleasure of eating food prepared by a familiar person called Martha. She was an expert cook. She once offered the narrator a treat that links with the narrator's homeland. The expressive yogurt and cinnamon desserts with rose, geranium, and peach brought back early memories and its ingredients. Common in Asia, America, and Ireland. Forget a link about among these places. So let's start our lesson. So dear students, listen very carefully. Yogurt and cinnamon dessert with rose, geranium, and peach. You have to attentive during the class. I will start the poem. Read the following poem. Was her name Martha or Marsha? Was her name Martha or Marsha? The one with the enchantress. The one in the with the enchantress hands. A little eager, a little shy. I walked into her kitchen that first morning towards the smell of coffee and muffins. Blueberry, she said conspiratorially. Heaven, I said, one large bite and two quick sips later. Heaven on earth. Here, yogurt means curd. Here, students, yogurt means curd. Cinnamon is a herb which is used for garnishing. Dessert means sweet dish, and rose geranium means crushed dried rose petals. It means dried petals of the rose. I am explaining the name of this poem, yogurt and cinnamon dessert with rose, geraniums, and peach. So yogurt means curd, cinnamon means is a herb which is used for garnishing. Dessert means sweet dish, and rose geranium means crushed dried petals of the rose that is used for add sweetness in the dessert. And peach is a fruit that comes from apple family. Now I will explain this stanza, what the poet is describing in this passage. Here you can see some words. Enchantress. Enchantress. Enchantress mean a beautiful, attractive woman skilled at using magic. Enchantress. You can see the word enchantress. Enchantress mean a beautiful, attractive lady skilled at using. And the word is a little eager. Eager means keen, deeply interested in something. Eager means keen, deeply interested in something. And shy. Shy means reserved. So I will explain this stanza. In the first stanza, the poet is describing about her newly hired cook, Marsha or Martha. Marsha or Martha. Why these two names are mentioned here? Because the poet is not confirmed about her name. The poet is not confirmed about her name, Marsha or Martha. So, but he knows that she is one of the beautiful lady. Enchantress means an attractive woman and beautiful lady with a skill at using magic. So I have explained the eager means keen, the most interested or deeply interested in something. A little shy means reserved. So the poet is saying, I walked into her kitchen that first morning. I walked into her kitchen. Here, kitchen means a poet's kitchen because the Martha was a cook and the poet kitchen belongs to her. So it was the first morning for her working in the kitchen. Why the poet entered in the kitchen? Due to the smell of coffee and muffins. Here you can see I walked into her kitchen that first morning towards the smell of coffee and muffins. So why the poet entered in the kitchen? Due to the smell of coffee and muffin. So why the Martha was standing to the kitchen? Because it was the first day for her cooking and working. So the poet entered into the Martha's kitchen. And why? Because a pleasant smell of coffee and muffins was coming out from the kitchen. The pleasant smell of muffins and coffee was coming out from the kitchen. Muffins mean cupcakes. So it was attractive to her. The smell was attractive to her. So that's why the poet entered her kitchen. Here, blueberries. Blueberries, she said conspiratorially. Conspiratorially means in a very secret manner. Conspiratorially means in a very secret way, in a very low voice. Who talked in a secret way? Martha talked in a very secret and in a low voice that muffins are good and better than blueberries. Who talked in a secret voice? Talked with a secret voice and in a very low voice that muffins are good and better than blueberries. When poet took a large bite, here the poet is saying, heaven. I said one large bite and two quick sips later, heaven on earth. Here, the poet is describing when she took poet took a large bite. She said heaven. She said heaven. She was exclaiming with happiness that blueberries and muffins are too much delicious. She is explaining. She is exclaiming with happiness that blueberries and muffins are too much delicious. Muffins means cupcakes, okay? Then two quick sips later, then two quick sips later, heaven on earth. It's been two quick sips means coffee sips. Coffee sips. She took two sips and heaven on earth. She is exclaiming again here her happiness. She is exclaiming again here her happiness that heaven on earth. That heaven on earth means that the combination of muffins and blueberries were too much delicious and she was enjoying there in making and preparation these dishes. So, hope you understood this stanza, dear students. In the first stanza, it's all about the poet, the introduction of the poet, and how she works in the kitchen. Okay? Now, we will come towards the next stanza on page number 10. Now, we are moving towards the page number 10 of your course book. Okay, here the next you can see the next stanza. So there, dear students, you can see on the page number, I counted them greedily. I counted them greedily, three breakfasts, two dinners, each outdoing the others. Thin slices of fish wrapped around soft seedless dates, dipped with cheese and herbs. Served course by course, light pastas. The right drink, voices reverential as we ate. You will like this, she said the last evening, knowing by then where I come from. It's yogurt and cinnamon desserts with rose, geraniums, and peach. Here in the next stanza number 2, the poet is explaining when I went to the dining table, I counted greedily. I counted greedily. Greedily means like a child. I counted the dishes like a child. Three breakfasts were mad. Three breakfasts were mad. There were totally five dishes. Three dishes were made for breakfast. It means these were made for breakfast. Three dishes, and two dishes were cooked for dinner. Two dishes were cooked for dinner. Each outdoing the other. It's mean each outdoing the other. It means each outdoing means each or every dish was delicious than the others. Each or every dish was delicious than the others. So outdoing means each much better than the other, and thin slices of fish wrapped around soft seedless dates. One of the dish was fish. Here, the one of the dish which is mentioned here, fish. One of the dish was fish wrapped around soft seedless dates. Wrapped around soft seedless dates, it means seeds were removed from the dates. Seeds were removed from the dates, and sauce was made also. Dips with cheese and herbs. It means a sauce was made also. The sauce was made by cheese and herbs. Cheese and herbs. Herbs mean a green leafy plant. A green leafy plant. Herb means okay. So cheese sauce was made by cheese and herb, and there is served course by course. Here, course by course means one by one with light pasta. And now the next line, the right drink voices reverential as we act. Here, right drinks means that Pope knows which drinks was it. Either it is fresh juice, it is milkshake, or it is soft drink. But the drink she served was the right choice. Reverential means here giving respect to each other, but in this stanza, the meaning of reverential it's mean each or every dish was adding taste to the others because they were perfectly matched to each other. So, dear students, reverential means giving respect to each other, but here in this stanza, the meaning of reverential means is each or every dish was adding taste to the others because they were perfectly matched to each other. When poet was eating every dish one by one, she was enjoying the taste of every dish. Mean when the poet was eating every dish one by one, she was enjoying the taste of every dish. Here, hope you understood. Here, you will like this, she said the last evening. So, knowing by then where I came from, it's yogurt and cinnamon desserts with rose, geranium, and peach. Students, do you know from where the poet is belong to? The poet belongs to Asia. So that's why she said, I am going to cook something for you. The poet belongs to Asia, so that's why she said, I am going to cook something for you. The poet said, when I took the first spoon here in the in the third stanza. In the third stanza, you can see I pick up a plate and the first spoonful. So, dear students, now I will read the last third stanza. I picked up a plate and the first spoonful conjured. Conjured means to recall in the memory. And up a taste I thought I had forgotten curd steamed with sugar and cinnamon, a treat my mother made. The rose geraniums are an Irish thing, she said. I picked that up in Ireland. Her cheeks were flushed. Was it my delight, or was it the heat from her oven? Asia, America, Ireland, cinnamon yogurt, and peach. You are astonishing, Martha. Astonishing. Uh, it was amazing. This mean astonishing means amazing. The Martha were amazing. I said for Martha it was. And I was happy and close, so close to tears. And so in the last stanza, when she took the first spoon, when the poet took the first, when the poet took the first spoon, she was able to recall his childhood memory. Why he recalled his childhood memory? Because same as my mother, she said, same as my mother used to cook for me. It's mean when the poet took the first spoon of Martha's dish, she recalled her childhood memory, same as her mother used to cook for her. Her mother is no more. Her mother is no more. She passed away. But by eating these dishes, she was able to recall the taste of her mother's hand. So the poet was emotional and she began to cry. Why? She began to cry because she became emotional because after so many days she is able to remind her mother's hand taste. She recalls her mother's uh, hand taste when she was making many dishes for her. So that's why Martha was a good cook. She recalls the poet's mother's hand taste. So I hope you understood the whole poem. You can see the words meaning at the end of this page number 10 of your course book. Okay, dear students, hope you understood. Well, now we are going towards the words meaning. We are moving towards the, here you can see on the screen the words meaning. So, dear students, you can take the screenshots and you have to do this work in your copies. Enchantress. Enchantress means a beautiful lady having a magical charm. Here you can see the word enchantress means a beautiful lady having a magical charm. Next word is conspiratorially. Conspiratorially, to speak in a very secret manner, in a very low voice. Next word, course by course. Here, course by course mean one by one after another. Okay. Reverential. Here the word is, next word is reverential. In a very respectful manner. In a very respectful manner. Geranium. Next word is geranium. It's mean dried and crushed rose petals. Yogurt. Yogurt, a thick form of milk prepared by adding bacteria to milk. Yogurt means a thick form of milk prepared by adding bacteria to milk. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, a stick type herb used as a spice to add aroma and sweetness in desserts. Next word is conjured. Conjured means reminded, to recall in his mind, recall our memory, our past memory, conjured, reminded. And the next word is flushed. The meaning of flushed, the process of cheeks getting red with shyness. So hope you have understood. So dear students, you can take the screenshot. Hope you have taken the screenshot. You have to do this words meaning in your copy accordingly. Here, a central idea of this poem you can see on the screen. In the poem, yogurt and cinnamon desserts with rose geraniums and peach. Dear students, listen carefully. The central idea of this poem is that the speaker has mentioned the skillful cooking and the thoughtfulness of the newly hired cook. The speaker says that the newly hired cook is so skilled and thoughtful that her cooked food reminds the speaker strongly of the dishes prepared by her mother. The cook is also very kind and sensitive by nature. The speaker says that she is extremely happy to hire Martha as her new cook because her dishes recall her mother. So I will repeat again. So you can take the screenshot, dear students. In the poem, yogurt and cinnamon desserts with roses, geranium, and peach. The speaker has mentioned the skillful cooking and the thoughtfulness of the newly hired cook. The speaker says that the newly hired cook is so skilled and thoughtful that her cooked food reminds the speaker strongly of the dishes prepared by her mother. The cook is also very kind and sensitive by nature. The speaker says that she is extremely happy to hire Martha as her new cook. Hope you have taken the screenshots. Now, dear students, here you can see the words meaning from level 1. The question are present in your book, page number 11. Answer the following questions. Here you can see the question from your book. What do you remember from the poem? Try to answer. So you can take the question from your book. Now I will share the answers of these questions. These questions are from belong to level 1. What are the two names of the cook described in the poem? What type of muffins does the cook make? Very simple, very easy questions. What daily meals are mentioned in verse? And the next word, several dishes are prepared. You can see these questions on your book page number 11. Okay, dear students, now I will share the answers of these questions. So you can take the screenshots and can note down also. Okay, the answer. The answer of first question is describe the two names described by the poet here, Martha and Marsha. Here, the two names described by the poet Martha and Marsha. The cook makes blueberry muffins. The next answer is the cook makes blueberry muffins. The question was, what type of muffin does the cook make? The cook makes blueberry muffins. And the question number third, what daily meals are mentioned in verse 2? In verse 2, three breakfasts and two dinners are mentioned. The answer is in verse 2, three breakfasts and two dinners are mentioned. Very simple, very easy, and very short answers are given here. And the next question is, what savory dishes are prepared? The answer is the savory dishes mentioned by the poet are thin slices of fish wrapped around soft seedless dates, dips with cheese and herbs, light pasta. So take the screenshot. Hope you have taken the screenshot of level 1, these answers. Now we will move towards the level 2. So the questions are given in level 2. You can take the screenshots, and now I will share the answers of these questions from level 2. The answer of the question number 2, level 2, from the question number, the words tell that by then Martha had already known that the poet comes from Asia. So, what was the question from level 2? What does knowing by then where I came from refer to? The answer is the words that tell by then Martha had already known that the poet comes from Asia. And the question number 3, the answer is Martha is a good cook, kind, sensitive, and feels happy in pleasing others. So you can take the screenshots of these answers. Answer number 4, imagine curd steamed with sugar. Our first spoonful reminds the poet of the treat her mother used to make. And now the question number 5. The answer of question number 5 is the poet was so happy that she wanted to cry because she was reminded of her mother and her childhood, and she was touched by Martha's thoughtfulness. Hope you have understood. So take the screenshots, dear students. Okay, now we will move towards the vocabulary. Here you can see the vocabulary exercise on in your book. Very simple, and this is also very easy. Loan words. On page number 13, you can see this exercise of vocabulary in your book, page number 13. These are the loan words. Words are created by borrowing from another. These words are called also borrowing words. Words are created by borrowing from another language and incorporating into English. Sometimes the original meanings is altered, altered and the pronunciation may change. Since some words were borrowed long ago, it may be hard to recognize that they were ever not part of English. Like examples are given here, tortilla cup of degrees. So here some words are given. These are also called borrowing words. Some examples are given. So you can see on page number 13, some words are given. Podil, this word is taken from the Germany language and country Germany. So you can see smuggle. This word is taken from the country Germany and Holland. So like this, these all words are given on page number 13. So dear students, hope you understood this. What are the borrowing words? These are taken. These are the taken from another language. These words are taken from another language. There are many words in the English language and in Urdu language. So we are taking these. We can take these words from the other language, from other languages. These are called loan words. Here, the list is given in your course book, page number 30. This is, you can see this page in your book also. Pojal, from where this word is taken? From Germany, country, language of origin. And smuggle, Germany, Holland. Tea is from Malaya. Sorry, it's Malay. Bonsai, Japan, from Japan. Geranium, Greece. This word is taken from Greece word. Kiosk, Persian word. Graffiti, Italian word. And bazaar is a Persian word. Hope you understood. Now, look page number 14 of your course book, exercise A. So you have to find out the remaining columns and boxes. So you have to find out the dish and country, from which country these dishes are belong to. Okay, you have to do this exercise in your book. And now course book page number 15, from page number 15. Here some blanks are given. Choose the correct food word from the box to complete the similes and idioms in the following sentences. The options are given to you and you have to complete this exercise yourself. Very simple, very easy. Here is some dishes, some. Okay, students. The answer is given here. You have to circle. And what you have to do here? In this, each of the following list of foods, circle the one which is different is some way from the other three and say why it is different. So answers are also given here. In the first series, you can see lemon, orange, grapefruit, tomato. So what is different here? Because this is lemon, orange and grapefruit are fruits, but the tomato is a different because it is a vegetable. Now, answers of exercise C, you can see the other three are circles, fruits, and this is a vegetable. They are describing here. These are describing here. So, dear students, take the screenshots. And another vocabulary is on page number 9. You have to complete from your workbook page number. This is the exercise from your workbook page number. Okay.